Flirted with a Beastwoman for fun. Didn't expect it to change my whole life. Marcus Chin had always been the type to joke his way through uncomfortable situations. When the Meridian Explorer docked at Kepler Station, humanity's first diplomatic outpost in Zerati space, he figured a little harmless flirtation might break the ice with their new alien allies. He never expected it to rewrite the fabric of interspecies relations. The Zerati delegation had arrived 3 days prior, their sleek bioships causing quite a stir among the human crew. Unlike the sterile metal corridors humans preferred, Zerati vessels pulsed with organic curves and living surfaces that responded to touch. Captain Morrison had been clear. This first contact mission would determine humanity's place in the galactic community. No pressure. Marcus spotted her in the station's observation lounge, Kirasith, the delegation's cultural attaché. Even by Zerati standards, she was striking. Her Lupin features combined the best of human and wolf characteristics. Intelligent, amber eyes, silver-streaked fur that caught the light of distant stars, and an elegant bearing that commanded attention. She stood nearly 7 feet tall, her digitigrade legs giving her movements a fluid grace that made Marcus feel clumsy by comparison. "Beautiful view, isn't it?" Marcus said, approaching with what he hoped was casual confidence. He gestured toward the nebula visible through the viewport, its purple and gold gases swirling in cosmic dance. Kirasith's ears twitched a sign of amusement. He'd learned from the cultural briefings. "Your species has a curious habit of stating the obvious as conversation starters," she replied, her voice carrying the distinctive harmonic undertones of her people. "And your species has a curious habit of making humans feel intellectually inferior within the first 30 seconds of conversation." Marcus shot back with a grin. Something shifted in her expression. Where other species might have taken offense, Kirasith's hail began a slow, measured sway, what the briefings had labeled as genuine interest. "You deflect with humor. Interesting. Most humans we've encountered become formal and stilted in our presence." "Most humans haven't spent their teenage years being the shortest kid in school," Marcus said. "You learn to be charming or you learn to be invisible. I chose charming." "And how is that working for you, Marcus Chun?" she asked, surprising him by using his full name. "Still working on it," he admitted. "Though I have to say, your homework game is impressive." "Did the cultural briefings mention my middle name too?" Her laugh was like silver bells mixed with a wolf's rumble, utterly alien, yet somehow familiar. "Your reputation precedes you. The human who makes others laugh even during crisis situations. Your crew speaks of you with great affection." What had started as casual flirtation evolved into something deeper over the following days. Marcus found himself seeking out Kirasith's company, not for the thrill of cross-species banter, but because she challenged him intellectually in ways no human ever had. She spoke of concepts that stretched his understanding: temporal philosophy, bio-emotional engineering, the ethics of genetic consciousness manipulation. "Your species fascinates mine," she confided during one of their late-night conversations. In the Arboretum, the station's artificial trees created shadows that danced across her fur. "You have this remarkable ability to find humor in hopelessness, to create bonds across impossible differences. Is that what we're doing?" Marcus asked. "Creating bonds across impossible differences? Perhaps." Her amber eyes met his. "Though my people will consider such bonds ... problematic." Marcus learned why 3 days later, when the Zerati High Council's response arrived. The message was broadcast throughout the station. Humanity's application for galactic citizenship had been rejected. The official reason cited: fundamental incompatibility with established social structures. Captain Morrison called an emergency meeting. The diplomatic team looked defeated, their carefully prepared presentation materials now worthless. "They're polite about it," Morrison said, "but the message is clear. We're too chaotic, too unpredictable. They see us as a threat to galactic stability." That evening, Marcus found Kirasith in the observation lounge where they'd first met. She stood rigid, her tail still a sign of distress he'd learned to recognize. So that's it? He asked. One species says no, and humanity gets blacklisted from the galaxy? The Zerathi hold significant influence in the Council of Worlds, she said without turning. Our recommendation carries considerable weight. And? What did you recommend? She finally turned, and Marcus saw something in her eyes he'd never seen before conflict. I recommended ... caution. The betrayal hit him like a physical blow. All those conversations, all that time, was I just a research subject? No. The word came out sharp, almost pained. You were ... are something I didn't expect. Something that terrifies my people. What's that supposed to mean? She moved closer, her movements predatory yet careful. You made me laugh, Marcus. You made me question everything I believed about the necessity of order, of predictability. In 3 days, you've done what centuries of Zerathi philosophy couldn't. You've made me wonder if chaos might be beautiful rather than destructive. And that's bad because I'm not the only one. Half our delegation is requesting extended stays. Our bioships are adapting to human emotional frequencies. Our young people are learning your jokes, your music. You're completely irrational. Optimism. Her voice carried wonder and terror in equal measure. You're infectious, Marcus Chun. Your entire species is infectious. The revelation hit him. That's why they rejected us. Not because we're incompatible, because we're too compatible. Fear, she confirmed. Fear that human influence would destabilize everything we've built. Fear that your chaos would spread through the galaxy like ... double quotes. She paused, searching for words. Like wildfire, Marcus finished. But sometimes wildfire clears out the dead wood, so new things can grow. 3 months later, the Meridian Explorer received an unexpected transmission. Kirasith's image appeared on the main screen, but she wasn't alone. Behind her stood dozens of Zerathi, all wearing expressions of determined resolve. Marcus Chen, she said, her voice carrying that familiar harmonic laughter. You once asked if we were creating bonds across impossible differences. I have your answer. The transmission continued with footage of protests across Zerathi worlds. Young Zerathi demanding cultural exchange programs with humanity, bioships. Refusing military orders, their organic systems somehow altered by exposure to human emotional patterns. The rigid order of Zerathi society bending, adapting, evolving. The Council of Worlds is reconsidering humanity's application. Kiraseth concluded. It seems your chaos is more powerful than we imagined, more necessary than we feared. Marcus stared at the screen long after the transmission ended. He flirted with a Beastwoman for fun, expecting nothing more than an amusing story to tell. At the next crew gathering, instead, he'd accidentally started the revolution. Captain Morrison clapped him on the shoulder. Well, Chun, looks like your charm finally paid off. Marcus grinned, thinking of amber eyes and silver fur, and the way laughter could bridge impossible distances. Still working on it, Captain. Still working on it. The stars outside seemed brighter somehow, full of infinite possibilities and the promise of chaos yet to come.